No, I don't really use this back window that often. I should probably finish the interior of this. Anyways, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode in the Journey Through Versions. We are kind of due for a world tour, so that's why I'm actually back here. We can work our way from here all the way over to where we started. This is the alpha base that, honestly, you guys don't really see the interior of this that much because I only go in here to gather supplies or put supplies down or smelt stuff. So at the end of the day, it's a lot of stuff that just doesn't need to be kept in a video. So that's why you don't see this place that often. The reason why it's not finished is because I haven't had any need to use the back here. This over here is the little plaza area that we formed initially when making this base. And well, it has a fountain in the middle of it with a little bit in the center that we could use later if we so wish. But nothing's gonna come from that for now. We have a couple of market stalls. This one sells wool, and this one sells a grand total of nothing. I lied, it was stone. But yeah, this area here it doesn't really have much use, it's just here to provide a good look for the start. It has the feeling of a hub. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyways, over here is our Coliseum. Can that thing stop burning? It's been burning since last episode. Over here is our Coliseum, which we have no reasonable path to yet. We'll do that at some point in the future, I think. And we can watch people fight. If there was any people. They can fight over the little sun pattern we have here. Anyways, if we go over here and kill this zombie real quick. We have our little waterfront area. Now this area is what we're currently working on in the world. And it's sort of inspired by a boardwalk in my town. So you have shops right here. Just the general water. And at some point, I do plan on adding a lighthouse, though I don't know when. This is just Porky's Pork Chops, which you can of course buy a pork chop right here. Or, if you're an employee, you can go back here and see that there's a bunch of wool where you can grab the pork chops. We stashed them underneath the wool, that's where the pork chops are. We should be able to get a move on over to, past this little area here, Sunshine Cafe. This is just an area where you can buy some buckets of water to drink, whilst you know, kind of just, you write notes. You can write in a diary here, whilst drinking a bucket of water. And this is where you can look out and just watch people strolling by. And yeah, that's all there actually is for this base in particular. For me, this is big in scale, but in terms of actual places to visit, there isn't really a lot yet. It's only like, what, oh my goodness, it's only like, what, 2 places? That's not anything. We need a bit more than just 2 places. Anyways, let us do a quick shortcut back to our base. Oh, the amount of times creepers have killed me. I was meaning to go here by boat. There's our shortcut to port spawn here. The initial plan was to go by boat, but got a bit sidetracked. It hasn't really changed since we last seen it. So I would say I'd try to be quick, but this is a proper world tour video, so we're going through absolutely everything. Starting off with this boat we made right before we left. It's nothing special, it's, in all honesty, just a boat, as you can see. You got sort of a representation of a steering wheel here. You got, you know, the crew's quarters down here. We never had any budget for the cannons, and we still don't. So, yeah. We go up here, it's just a little crow's nest. Doesn't really have much use since this boat has never left the dock, but oh well. This build, I remember being so proud of it when I made it those few episodes ago. But the more I look at it, and especially with the Colosseum existing now, the Port Spawn Lighthouse isn't that impressive of a build. Spiral Staircase still kind of is, but the outside structure, not really that impressive. The view from up here though is, you can sort of see the entire port area, the entire waterfront of Port Spawn, and it's still just as nice of a view. And here is, well, first off, the Port Spawn sign, just welcoming us to Port Spawn. There's nothing special about it. The little sort of terraces, I think that's the term, they have a little bit of a waterfall going through them, if you noticed. It's actually, well, this waterfall, if we follow it, starts actually up here. So whilst you're going over the path, you can see the same waterfall that leads down there. Up there's a small pond that honestly is just there to provide some sense of groundedness, because this pond could not create a waterfall of this size. Though it is cool looking. Anyways, further we head to the base, we got the sort of Port Spawn house and fountain. The fountain in the alpha base, our little town to be, completely trumps this. Though it is sort of a representation of humble beginnings. And this is the sole house of Port Spawn. We built this on night 1 and night 2, and I kind of like it. It's, I wouldn't say it's humble, but it's cozy. And that's what matters the most. It being cozy. This is a room of just all the blocks. You got stone stairs, cobblestone, smooth stone, stone slabs. You got the gold and iron blocks, wool, gravel, sand, oak planks, wood, glass. I forgot that wood for some reason. Dirt, obsidian, which we have never used obsidian due to its price, along with the 2 flowers. And if you look over here, this is the last, this is where we started when we did the last world tour. Here is the tree farm that honestly was the biggest project of this base. And that's because, well, aside from the fence, this tree farm is pretty big. Like, you can see I've been walking for the entire time that I've been talking, and it still goes on. Thankfully, we've got a little exit arch so we can continue back onto the standard inf-dev terrain. And yeah, that is the whole world so far. It's growing, that's what I'd say. And hopefully, by the time we do the next world tour, which will be pretty much when this episode count doubles, we'll have a lot more to show. Later!